2020 NXL World Cup. We're here still in the prelims, but just one set to go as we're starting to figure out who's going to make it to Sunday and who is not. Right now, the Los Angeles Ironmen and AC Dallas, both these teams sitting 2-1. And also the Russians and Dynasty in this set, but both of those teams are 3-0. So whoever loses is still going to get on to Sunday, and whoever wins that one will definitely be one of the big favorites here, seeing as how it's Titan versus Titan matchup. AC Dallas did drop a game to AC Diesel. And the Los Angeles Ironmen also had a horrible game to AC Diesel, though AC Dallas looked a little bit better in that one. So on paper, based on those two games, maybe give this one to AC Dallas, especially seeing as how the Ironmen did take a lot of hits to their roster, Rich.
Yep.
So jumping into it, though, but the Ironmen look better in their past two. Throwing 15 minutes on the clock. Ironman and AC Dallas both going to double up that back center. Looks like AC Dallas, though, going to be losing 2 bodies. Make that 3 a penalty assessed. They lost Zach Hill off the break. And also, now the penalty, the Jacksons, is looking terrible for him here in this first one, Rich.
Yeah, now it's just BJ over here by himself on the snake side.
And
AC concedes. Good call.
Yeah, Paulie, just 19 seconds into the game, is going to concede. It was just BJ over here, and nothing he could do.
That was a little bit of a different breakout for the Ironmen, but look, they got 5 alive spots. Everyone was up on their feet, shooting their guns, communicating well, and then AC obviously making a couple small mistakes and getting
Saw
caught.
our buddy Nick Sloviak ask him, hey, how's the vibe on the team? He said, it's really good after that first game. So, and then now Dynasty taking the field here. 20-year anniversary for San Diego Dynasty. 50-plus wins all over the world in 20 years, and they have I don't know if they're going to make any more, but they had the 20th year anniversary force, and they definitely still have some of those 20th anniversary jerseys.
I'm going to put you in a tough position, but who do you think, man? This is a real tough game to call.
Yeah, tough.
I think more intelligence over here, but more explosiveness and more creativity.
They both got a couple points scored on them by the Wild Dogs. I don't know. This is a pick 'em. The Russians have looked outstanding, but I think Dynasty, with the way that Tyler and they're starting to step on the snake side. Smotrov had some early deaths early in one of those matches, and now the Russians are losing too. So
Dynasty containing really well, getting both those kills. Shot the first, and then the second guy trying to fill on drill side of the field. At the same time, though, the Russians are now attacking the 50 snake with Smotrov.
Yeah, this is what Smotrov does, as he's now past the 50-yard line here, and he's going to get Malloy filtered in behind him. And then here comes, but Ryan Greenspan says absolutely no. Sorry, guys, I'm going to get those kills and maybe not save the point, but finish the point here for Dynasty as he runs through, but not able to get a shot in on Dennis Golev. So Golev's still alive.
Yeah, Ryan didn't know where Dennis was for sure.
But Dynasty has a lot of bodies out there still. So as soon as they find this last player.
Yeah, Tyler Sharkins for sure. Really good point there for Dynasty off the play of Ryan Greenspan going up the center of the field and getting those 2 key kills against the Russians and Snake, but also containing on the drill side. They're one of the few teams I've seen that they got the first shot, second guy tries to fill out, they pick up that guy, and they never let the Russians get back on that side of the field.
I think that's, great move by the crafty veteran Ryan Greenspan. He was just up here a couple sets ago. We were talking about this field, and I was saying, hey, it's definitely blatantly apparent that a double dose of attackers on that snake side has been working for teams out there, and he's like, absolutely. So when you're looking at who's getting the snake for San Diego Dynasty, they definitely have some capable players over there. I think you got to give the Russians the edge on the snake battle. However, when you have a guy like Ryan who knows that the Russians in certain situations have been relentlessly attacking that snake with Smotrov and Malloy, he just did that beautiful run through the center to counter it. So, which we haven't seen, we've seen that a little bit, but just the way that he timed that in that instance was ideal. So
about as good as you can get.
Yeah. So hats off to Ryan Greenspan on that one. Now jumping back into point number 2 with an absolutely atrocious first point for AC Dallas. They had bodies shot off the break and a penalty assessed, so the Ironmen coasted to an easy 1-0 lead. And there's their starting lineup. Like what we're seeing out of the rookie Peyton Tabata. Silos Cortez has also looked good out there.
AC Dallas 5 alive. BJ Jones here in the Snake Temple. Ryan Hall releasing up the center of the field.
Yeah, Ryan Hall has been absolutely outstanding for them this weekend. But the Ironmen are going to lose Corey Hall. So it's a big loss here for the Ironmen as he comes off. And now they're going to reposition the snake, but BJ is going to get there first.
Ironman center player there has no idea BJ's in this 50 snake.
Yeah, BJ Henningberg here on the snake trying to wrap around and get that shot on the back center. There's a body at the brick as well, too. Got to worry about that when he looks inside. Yeah. And I don't think the brick even knows he's there.
No idea.
Oh,
he does now.
You got
to
expect that the snake is hot.
Just sloppy play on Ironman. Ironman still with 3 bodies left alive. AC Dallas with all 5. BJ Jones up in this 50 snake. Wrapping, putting pressure, going forward. Yeah, Ironman really struggling at this point. Ironmen have to be able to be even either on real estate or bodies with AC Dallas. They can't afford to lose the real estate and lose the bodies on these breakouts. It's just not that kind of field.
And also, if you have a player in the brick and you're playing against AC Dallas and you know how aggressive BJ Henningberg is and you've watched any of their games, you got to think maybe he's going to be at the 50-yard line at some point in the next 20 or 30 seconds.
Yep.
And at least check off on that lane.
Yep. Or try to get, you know, more ideally, if you're there shooting your gun and there's no one crossing that line for so long, just go across it yourself. Man, super excited to watch this Dynasty Russian Legion match. I really hope it's a back and forth bloodbath.
Yeah. And again, I was talking about how they're sold out of the 20th anniversary of their Field 1 Force, but this game is brought to you by the Field 1 Force. So they still have all these signature editions of the Dynasty players and the standard Field 1 Forces you can pick up.
They are sold out, but if you hit me up online, I've got a little stash of I might be able to get my hands on. Just keep that between us, though. Don't let it get out.
Okay, I won't tell anybody.
Tyler Harmon out there, Ryan Greenspan, of course. Looks like Marcelo, Arturo, and Dalton. It's a good little lineup. Russians got Smochov coming snake way. Russian center player, looks like Dennis possibly get a check on at the middle. Yep, Russian loses their first player, released up the center of the field. 4-on-5 advantage for Dynasty. Arturo gets out the center of the field. Ryan Greenspan almost getting caught there in that snake tower.
Yeah, but stays alive.
Yeah.
But here comes the push now on the D side for Dynasty as Dalton Vanderbilt. Oh, they lose Tyler Harmon. Uncharacteristic early death for Tyler Harmon. Marcelo Margot still alive in the center. Here comes Greenspan hunting in the center of the field, though, as he pushes up to that 50-yard line and immediately gets gunned up. He's able to get a shot out wide. Another Russian coming off is Kozyrev taking the walk. Oh, but Ryan Greenspan.
I think Ryan caught Kozyrev. I think he went to that, did that little split, because Kozyrev is in that spot that cuts off that move.
Well, regardless of what happened, is it's still Dynasty looking like they're going to win this one here. As Dalton Vanderbilt has blown up in that D side of the field, and Marcelo Margot's pushed up here to the 40-yard line in the center, and now here comes Arturo Andrade, and that is going to do it for point number 2. So Dynasty looking good through 2 right now.
Amazing.
Even with the early loss of Harmon and the loss of Ryan, just winning gunfights.
Yeah, it's okay to lose those back guys if you've taken all that front position. They lost him over there, but Dalton was all the way up that side. Dynasty looking good. Hope Russian can figure this out. Lots of time left. Next match here, LA Ironmen, AC Dallas, 13:47 left.
Tie ball game here, though. So we're looking at the pits right now with the Russian Legion. So no Kirill Pridny and no Pasha Karslev for the Russians here. This one, 2 key members of their starting lineup. But they've looked incredibly good even without them.
Yep.
That's one of the good things about the Russian program is that they always have extra guys around who are awesome. And just in case people can't make it or somebody gets hurt. So the Ironmen now here in AC Dallas. Is AC Dallas going to be losing a body quickly here on the snake side? So those off the break shots still dying for the Ironmen. I think they're going to be losing their back center though, and they do.
I think Tabata just missed his first kill there in that little snake temple. He had the guy hanging all the way up and just missed his first 4 or 5 shots and let him get back in.
Sloviak and Cortez both walk off after doubling up this backhand, so it's a tough break for him as they're all locked up at 1 apiece here with AC. 13:15 to go, so a lot of time to play.
I like Tabata going back and forth in that snake, working 2 or 3 different positions. But he's in a tough spot now with only 2 Ironmen left alive. Him over here on the tape and 1 over there in that snake. On our side, the Dorito 1 and the Dorito Temple. So 3 Ironmen left alive. 4 AC Dallas players. Oh, it's about to take the walk.
Yeah, he's coming off shaking his head, frustrated with that one.
And when he's by himself all the way over here down on numbers, he's just got to play a little slower, a little more methodical. He wants to kill people, but he cannot afford to die.
That's the tough thing with a young guy like Peyton Tabata. He's great when he's hitting the gas pedal and pushing forward and playing aggressive. He's outstanding. That's why they have him on the team. His next evolution is that he's going to need to start to tighten things up in situations like this. But here comes, looks like Parrish going to bunker out Matt Jackson, begging for a penalty but not going to get it. Corey Hall's still alive, but he gets pinched out. And what looked like it might be a one-on-one is going to end up being a point win here for AC Dallas, as Ryan Hall, one of their all-stars this week so far, is the last player left alive. But he has no idea what the count is.
Man, people are getting lost out there so quickly. And the communication is so tough across the field. He'll figure it out here in a couple seconds. or probably the Ironmen will figure it out and they'll concede.
Well, he's playing smart, though. I mean, the way that this field is, you do not want to step on a landmine.
No, for sure. And, you know, they're going to win this point, so you want to burn as much time as you can off that clock anyway. Great little point, great point there for Ryan Hall and AC Dallas. Smotroff, Golov, Malloy. I'd like to see Malloy get in the snake early, do some work for the Ironman. For the Russian Legion. Just get him to that 50 wrap early, and then maybe Smotroff behind him, or Smotroff right at the break, and then Malloy behind him is probably even better. But not secondarying in there, not kind of, you know, fancy playing. Just get in there fast and put a lot of pressure on the Dynasty guys on the snake side.
40 seconds.
So Urena, there on your screen, Mike. Urena getting picked up, former player from Elevation and DMG. Coming over, San Diego Dynasty help bolster their offense. They don't have Yosh Rao or Ryan Greens or Alex Frazier here, two of their core members. And Urena going to take some ground, get into snake one, but Marcel Margot trying to live, getting out there. He gets taken out, but they shoot Cozy Rev, and they might have shot Smotroff as well too, and they do. So man, those Dynasty off the break shots are laced up right now.
So there's no field among guns they're shooting, Matt.
Apparently, 4-on-3 situation, favor San Diego Dynasty, and they have good field position with Urena at the 50-yard line and the snake. This is ideal for him too. There's Golev can't even look at him. He's forced to look at the D side. Well, he can, but currently looking at the D side. But Urena playing smart in there, playing tight. And then Malloy's gonna switch on over and end up in good zone control for Dynasty. Taking out Malloy as he tries to get to the snake.
Yeah, again, that Dorito 2 standing above the top, looking inside, cutting that center gap off, catches that snake guy. Then Blake releases, comes down, and trades out. The last Russian. Another easy point for Dynasty.
You know, Dynasty starting to run the score up slightly.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny, like a team like the Russians will look so good, and you'll watch them play against, you know, different teams because they match up differently. You're like, man, these guys are unstoppable. And they'll play against another team that has a completely different style, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, they don't have an answer for this. Like, they've got to make some adjustments, and if they can't make those adjustments, all of a sudden you went from like, wow, they were playing so amazing, like, oh, I don't know, those guys are playing terrible now.
Yeah.
Just off the different matchups.
So the standard, what has become the standard starting five, it's Tabata, Cortez, Sloviak, Hall, and Parrish. In the beginning, Tabata and Cortez were splitting time, but for the past game or two,
Just Tabata.
It's been Tabata and Cortez at the same time.
Yeah, you have to have two guys dedicated over there, Matty. You gotta and if you have two good snake guys, get that guy off the bench, get him in those matches.
Well, the Ironmen are missing a decent amount of guys. So they don't have Thomas Kemp, they don't have Al Fernandez, and A-Rod went to Impact. So now Ryan Hall past the 50-yard line real quick here as the Ironmen dropping some bodies as Ryan Hall is going to town yet again. Another kill for Ryan, then Ryan's going to get a quick one. Actually, that one came from the inside as Tabata tried to get across, and then here Ryan's going to get a free kill as he runs through the center, untouched, and is going to wave his teammates down.
Yeah, AC Dallas 2 seasons ago, maybe even 3 seasons. I don't even know if you can remember this, Matty, but I used to be kind of critical of them being too defensive and too slow. And they look like a lot more aggressive and a lot faster-paced team now. They finally are figuring it out.
Well, they picked up Zach Hill, who came over from Aftermath, also used to play for Boom. And Zach Hill's real aggressive. He likes to get after it. Ryan Hall likes to play really aggressive, and he's having, I mean, arguably the best tournament I've ever seen him play. I was messaging with him last night. It's like, hey, man, you're looking good. Dude, change absolutely nothing. He's like, I'm just trying to shoot all the bad guys as quick as I can.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. And then we know what Matt Jackson, one of the best players in the world, Golden Barrel Award winner, winner of the very first Ultimate Shootout 101 competition. So, and then John Jackson's been a stud. So, and then BJ Henningberg's, he's also an aggressive missile too. So, yeah, they've changed it quite a bit, which I think is really going to help them out should they go deep in this one. Because that's been the question with AC. They made it to the finals 4 times. They have yet to win. They just don't seem to have that 6th gear deep into Sunday, and I think they've shown quite a bit of that 6th gear out here so far in the prelims, though they did have the chink in their armor in the loss against AC Diesel. Right now, Dynasty with a pretty decent lead, but a lot of time left over the Russians, and there's Cozy Rev on your screen into D3, and Sergei Sonaskov is just turning behind him.
Like Yaro with a big bite over there on the Dorito side, going all the way to Dorito 3.
Now we have the snake side for the Russians, but good field position again for San Diego Dynasty, but getting smoked out of that snake, so that's a tough death for Scotty Kemp, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think Scotty knew the corner. You know, we can tell by the body language of the snake guys when they start to wrap and get caught by the corner, they just don't know that he's there.
Was that Scotty or Urena? They're both pretty big dudes.
Yeah, I think that was Scotty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Dalton also walking off dead as well. Blake Yarber's still alive on the D side, better field position for the Russians.
Yeah, Ryan Greenspan's trying to sneak a line through the tiniest gap on the field and shoot across and get the left 50 Dorito out because one of the Russian guys in there playing that gap with him.
Yeah, Cozy Rev is now playing the sideline over at that 40-yard line, and there goes the death of Blake Yarber. And then Ryan Greenspan's going to get shot. No, Ryan Greenspan stays alive, and he smokes Malloy, and does he get the shot in on Smotroff? Smotroff begging for a penalty. And, well, he gets them both, but Marcelo Morgado is still alive. It's going to be a 2-on-1 situation. Harmon pulled off a 1-on-3.
Yeah,
but it's not going to happen this time.
If Ryan got that kill, it would have been a different story. If he stayed alive, that would have been a different story. Great little game there for Dynasty. Not enough, though.
Ryan's having a tournament.
Yeah, Russians getting their first point here. They're going to get back in this match. They're going to down by 2 with 10:30 left.
So I think one of the reasons that Ryan Greenspan's having such a great event, obviously he's a great player, one of the best we've ever had. However, Alex Frazee did give him a bounty of $10 for every time he bunkers somebody.
Oh, wow.
Because Alex is not here.
Right.
And, you know, Alex that's the how Alex rolls. So, yeah, so this, I believe, was Scotty Kemp here at that 50-yard line. And that's just a tough death, a death that you don't really want to have in that situation. And here's Ryan Greenspan. He gets Malloy. He comes out, and then Smotroff comes through, cuts through the lane. So that's what Ryan was. So Ryan comes over the top and then comes back down. I'm trying to see exactly if Ryan had a decent argument here.
Well, he's trying to say that Smotroff shot him, but I don't think Smotroff shot him. I think the guy behind him
I think you're right. I think you're right.
So Ryan's just trying to get the call that he needs to make that go forward. AC Dallas Ironman here. Cortez is back out again. Nick Sloviak, LJ Parrish. AC Dallas winning the majority of these breakouts. Ironmen need to get 5 bodies out there alive, or at least shoot as many as they lose. Both teams with 5 alive. Oh, AC Dallas losing the first player as the Ironmen also lose a player. AC Dallas losing another player. 3-on-4 advantage here for the Ironmen. Nick Sloviak now heading towards the snake for the Ironmen. BJ Jones is already in there for AC Dallas.
Yeah, Henningberg, BJ Henningberg in there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Nick was originally picked up as a snake kid. And Nick makes an amazing snap on BJ, gets right back in this game for the Ironmen.
Oh, and they also are going to lose Matt Jackson, too. So this is the Ironmen's chance.
Off Nick Sloviak.
Yeah.
2 kill keys over here.
Nick Sloviak untouched, and that is going to do it. So a couple other kills coming from some other spots, but Nick Sloviak doing a good job here on the snake side. Peyton in the center, and then LJ Parrish also blew open that D side. So interesting
Ironman
too.
Right back in this game.
Yeah, LJ Parrish showing his versatility as a front player.
He gets around.
He was the snake front player for them in their win in Vegas, but with all the losses that they took, decided to send Peyton and Silos over here on the snake side and have him play the D side, and he's looked really good over there for them. So close match.
Russian Legion come back out against Dynasty. Russian Legion looked good that last point. Ryan Greenspan tried to pull it out at the end, but it wasn't enough. I feel like the Russians could loosen up and play a little bit looser. You know, like a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more scrambly, a little bit looser.
So there's Nick Sloviak, and
they're like, "Are you sure this is the guy who came through the snake? This guy?"
Oh, Nick, did you see Nick almost shoot?
Yeah. That's a penalty,
Nick
rookie.
almost shot himself in the goggles right there.
Hard to believe that guy's a professional paintball player.
So after he was shooting everyone at that point. He almost shot himself.
That gun will kill anything.
Yeah, that gun's lethal, man. It's on autopilot.
It's
these goggles, it just starts going off.
Smotroff getting shotgun on the corner.
But they do lose Arturo as well. So 4-on-4 right now. Red Legion still, though, down by 2 and has good positioning in the center of the field at that brick. But here comes a secondary move on the D side for San Diego Dynasty.
Okay, Blake Yarber over there. Oh, Malloy gunfight down the edge of that brick. Looks like he might have got caught, but I guess not.
Blake Yarber trying to come over the top or come through that lane, and he makes it through. So Golev not able to stop Blake Yarber's forward progression.
Yeah, Blake's force field was very strong crossing that gap. Malloy with the horizontal move across the field. Dynasty drawing a penalty there. Yeah, there goes 1 and 2 for Dynasty. That's going to give the Russians a little bit extra help that they need to win this point with plenty of time left. Dynasty's going to have to go back and retool. Only 1 player left alive, Tyler Harmer in the corner there.
Yeah, and that's Sergey going through and starting to blow things open. So it's going to be another 1-on-3 here. See if Tyler Harmon can pull it out in that back corner bunker. He already has 1 1-on-3 situation that he has been able to be successful in, but it's not going to happen this time.
So. Like, I don't think I've ever seen the Russians lose a 1-on-3. They kill a family member for that kind of thing, Matt. And they take it pretty seriously. So Dynasty losing the last 3 up, now losing the last 2 points, having to scratch their head a little bit, and we're seeing more offense out of the Russian Legion. Even on break, they both shoot 1, but then Malloy makes the first move into the snake, and they end up winning that point.
So Ironmen spilling back out on the field with their starting. So yeah, they just run same starting 5 this whole time.
And hoping the other games run a little bit slower so they can rest.
AC Dallas also really going with a starting 5. Yeah. They have Logan Dyer out there as well too, but Zach Hill has earned the start over Logan. And he just got picked up, but I heard he was just having an outstanding practice. He played great in their first couple games. And yeah, I think he's an awesome addition to the AC Dallas squad.
Yeah, especially when DJ comes back.
One
more weapon over there.
Yeah, still down TJ Danner. He's still dealing with that knee injury. He's been suffering through that for a while now. And he said, look, I want to play, but I'd rather come back in 2021 at 100% than maybe aggravated again.
Ironman losing 1 player going up the
so
break.
Let's get an audio update with Lauren real quick. Looks like she has something about AC Dallas.
Yeah, going into this point, BJ said he was feeling undependable. Coach Pauly told me that he's getting into his head about these little things and it's causing him to make mistakes. So he told him, you're getting shot because you're making mistakes. You're a better player than this. You need to let it go and just focus on your game.
Ironman drop penalty there. Down to 2 bodies left alive.
Well, if they want to go deep, they're going to need BJ because this is a perfect snake side for BJ. So now BJ is going to launch and get into that snake, but yeah, Ironman did drop Corey Hall. They do have a body at the 50-yard line on the snake side of the field. No, that's clear too. Actually, that body came off as well. Yeah, BJ goes around just to make sure.
Yeah, the Ironman player knows he's there, but BJ does not know that the Ironman player is on the inside cut of that snake. John Jackson does.
There goes Tabata from the center, but it was a desperation run. He did get John, it looks like, and then here comes the finish, and a pretty easy point here for AC Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different perspective coming from BJ, and kind of some honesty coming from BJ to the coach. Like, my perspective, I usually get the, hey, no matter what, I'm ready to go. I'm the best player on the team. Make sure I'm in every point. So it's an interesting, different perspective. San Diego Dynasty.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but on one hand, you want that honesty. You want your guys to be honest with you. But on the other hand, you want guys you're counting on to be as confident as possible. And that's kind of that coaching moment where you got to give them that. It's a guy that we're counting on. I can't pull you out. So you got to get out there, and you got to. If I have confidence in you, I need you to have confidence in yourself.
Yep. And that's the balance, right? And then that player's basically saying, hey man, I'm not confident in myself. Prove to me, convince me that I need to go in there and win.
Looking in the pits with the Ironmen right now.
Lots of time left in this match. Only 1 point differential. Dynasty winning the first 3, but losing the last 2. Looks like Mikey Reno lining up snake side. Goes to snake corner, digs out, gets out there. Marcelo Margot inside Snake Temple. 5 alive for Dynasty and the Russian Legion.
Oh, Urena almost got caught. Might have got caught, actually. The referee saw the same thing I saw. You're going to check the top of his hopper. You got to be careful.
Yeah,
and then he's going to get a penalty. I was going to say,
yeah.
if he's hit, that's going to be a penalty because he was shooting his gun. He knows it, too, and hits his hopper on the walk-off, frustrated.
Yeah, and when you're up a point there in a 5-on-5 battle and you got shot, you have to have confidence in your team and your confidence in yourself that they're not going to sit you just because you got shot and walk off because you don't want to lose the point for your team.
Well, a couple bodies now coming off for the Russians. Oh, minor penalty assessed on them. Sergey gets shot, penalty called, and then also looks like Kozyrev was walking off, and then Smotrov got shot. So I think it's just 1 body left alive for the Russian Legion. 3 on 1.
Players on Dynasty for sure. I only see the 1 Russian in Snake 1, Snake 2. Looks like Dalton now flying down the drill side for Dynasty, trying to find out where the last bad guy is. Russian can't afford to concede here because they're down a point, but they might have to. Dynasty can burn off a bunch of time on this clock. They're going to lose anyway. They might as well save some clock and concede now.
See our cable cam flying over, looking at Marcelo Margot. He's pushing up on the D side, and that is going to do it as he gets the kill crossfield on his former teammate Alexander Burtnikov.
At the last minute, I saw that it was Alexander Burtnikov, Malloy, and I was like, maybe I don't concede it. If he gets up on his feet, maybe I don't concede it. If that guy's on his feet and can move around, he can pull off some crazy games, but stuck in that snake, not much he can do. Slineski's over here pleading his case on why he should not have gotten a penalty. Afraid Smotrov's gonna chew him out. It's weird seeing a big dude like that. Listen, bro, I should have got that penalty. To a little guy, he's like, yeah, whatever, dude. I'm just so disappointed in you right now.
After Sergey and Malloy arguing right now?
No, family dead. No, homes burned to the ground.
The earth is salted.
LA Ironmen, AC Dallas, 2-point differential, 9:20 left in this game. Ironmen have to mount some offense over here on the Snake side.
Yeah, they have a lot of time, but they got to stop dying here. That's
they
two
gotta
bodies
survive
on the break.
They shoot one, but they lose two, and you cannot play against AC Dallas continually down on bodies, man.
Yeah, 4-on-3. Somebody on the Ironman's got to step up. AC Dallas looking pretty good, though, man. The off-break shots are good. To see if they can. Oh, they get DJ into the Snake, but he get. No, was that?
Not BJ.
Not BJ. Who's that?
See.
I couldn't see it. Oh, I couldn't see who that was.
Ironman attacking on the Dorito side of the field against Ryan Hall over there.
The glare is setting in.
Yeah, it's that time. It's the witching hour.
Yeah. That means,
Matt Jackson moved up center field, just getting destroyed.
but Zach Hill's alive, and he's pushing up on the D side. And there goes Corey Hall. He gets shot. And then here comes, is this Christian, the new rookie for the Ironman, getting a spin? No, I think that's Cortez. Again, it's
Nick
tough to see the
Sloviak
glare. Oh,
is
Nick
about to get
Sloviak
caught.
gets caught crossfield by Zach Hill. Oh, but then Zach gets Cortez. So Zach Hill gets shot by Cortez. He didn't see him.
Wow, Cortez, great move. Great field awareness to look behind him, see and win that point for the Ironman. Amazing, Cortez. Great ball there, buddy. CeeLo Cortez. Good, smart paintball, man.
Yeah, CeeLo Cortez played with Damage, played with Mutiny, and then
He gets around.
yeah, but then he had a tempestuous tenure with those teams.
I'm
a
sorry,
little bit.
tempestuous?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Stressed,
Okay.
stormy.
Stormy, you say?
Yeah.
I love that.
So, but Todd had faith in him. He said, you know what? I think I'm gonna pick up CeeLo's, and I think he's a talent, and I think he deserves another chance to play at this level. And he just had an awesome point right there for the Ironman.
Maybe just Todd had to rein him back in a little bit, you know?
You know it is. I mean, you've had to deal with this with a bunch of young guys, and it takes some time.
For sure. And you want, it's a double-edged sword because you want him to be cocky, you want him to be brash, but then it comes back and bites you in the ass when it works against you.
So yeah, keeps his wits about him, and then able to hit that buzzer. I like it. They go tapping on the bunker. Little point to the big man upstairs, and then. So now Legion with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to work with. Dynasty better so far by 2 points.
I would really like to see the Russian Legion attacking the Snake by going up and out with Smotrov, not just Malloy. So it's a little more unpredictable. I just haven't seen Smotrov and Malloy get in the Snake enough. 5-on-5 here, good breakout for both teams. Dynasty with 2 on the Dorito side. Both teams have gotten outside. Russian Legion first one to attack the Snake with Smotrov. Malloy in the corner supporting him. Russian Legion pushing down Dorito 3. Might have gotten caught in the gap. Nope, he's okay. Smotrov getting pulled out.
Yeah, Smotrov
looking across the field.
Yeah, he's getting frustrated. I think maybe he got some miscommunication. Because he's pretty angry, and he's looking back at his own players. So unless he got shot by his own guy, the only other thing could be miscommunication, because I doubt that he's yelling at them because he got shot.
Yeah. Yeah, always frustrating when you get caught. Oh, Dynasty losing a player over there in the corner, though. 4-on-4. I'd like to see Malloy looking down. Oh, key kill there.
Yeah, Marcelo Margot getting shot in the 50-yard line of the Snake. So it's an opportunity right now for the Russians to pull within 1.
Yeah, if Malloy can go forward and get in that Snake. Oh, Russians lose a body, but shoot a body. Tyler Harmon trading in the middle there. Oh, Russians lose another body.
Yeah, and Sergey coming off too. So now just 2 players left alive out there for the Russians. Trying to count the bodies here for Dynasty.
Yeah, it's Malloy in the Snake corner.
Well, back corner bunker for Dynasty's hot on the Snake side.
Yeah, both mirrors on the Snake side.
And I think the brick maybe.
Yeah, it is the brick, because the brick just filled out to the Dorito as the Snake filled into the Snake 1.
So 2-on-2.
Looks like maybe Ryan Greenspan and Doritos pushing down the Dorito side. Oh, Ryan gets caught from Malloy across field.
So Malloy gets him back this time. Yeah, that's a tough death for Ryan.
2-on-1 now.
That's a far shot from Malloy,
Yeah.
but
I think it's 2-on with maybe Scotty Kemp in there.
yeah, it is Scotty Kemp. And he's going to get shot cross-field from Cozy Rev. So now Russians pull within 1 with just under 6.
That was an uncharacteristic 2-on-2 there for Dynasty. They played, Ryan Greenspan completely played, I don't know if he saw something and just missed it, but completely playing kind of 1-on-1 over there, getting caught cross-field, and then forcing Kemp into a 2-on-1 against the Russians. Usually Dynasty sits back in those 2-on-2 situations, communicate across the field, talk about what's going on, and make it hard for those Russians to get that point and eat up as much clock as they can.
Well, it's getting interesting.
Touche. Smotroff, so the first time I heard about Smotroff was you singing his praises. The one negative thing was he's kind of emotional. Sometimes, you know, when he gets on a roll, he starts making mistakes or gets upset. And it looks like he's getting frustrated out here. And when it's okay to get frustrated, then what do you do with that frustration? Do you go out there and play better, or do you go out there and play worse?
Well, ideally, you would like to turn your frustration into focus. That's really hard to do, and takes a lot of time and the right temperament. But it seems that he's gotten a lot more consistent the past couple seasons. His top end has always been insane. That's why he's been on that starting roster for a while. But if they want to win this tournament, not having Karslev and not having Kirill, they really do need Smotroff to step up, especially on a snake side that's this potent.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen him up there killing people at 50 as much as I'd like to. Ironmen, AC Dallas, good breakout for both teams, 5 alive. BJ getting outside to the snake temple. Matt Jackson going up and inside to fill the snake. Ryan Hall taking an early walk as it looks like Nick Slovak is eliminated for the Ironmen. AC Dallas player getting checked out there in the snake. If they didn't know he was there, they know he's there now. 4 on 4.
Yeah.
Matt Jackson getting out to the tape.
Oh, they're going to lose BJ behind him, though.
He's wrapping, putting pressure on that can, coming over, popping over the top. Looking across field, sees the whole field. Oh, he gets his first kill there out of that can. Now he's got to wrap around and shoot that center brick out. It catches him easily. That's another kill there.
Yeah, Matt Jackson's going to be winning this one here from that 50 yard.
Ironmen need to concede this point now. Not lose any more time.
Yeah, they're going to be down by 2. I mean, a lot of time left still. Well, not a lot, but half the game left. 7:22 to go.
I like Matt Jackson in that snake early like that.
Yeah, anytime I see Matt playing offense, he typically excels.
Yeah.
It's just that they have guys for that job, but one of the reasons that he has become as legendary as he is because of his ability to pick up to be the first attacker if his front guy dies, leapfrog him if the situation presents itself, and then he's just so good on the close and the scramble, and obviously a hell of a one-on-one player as he won the very first ultimate shootout against Meter Ninos in the finals. So
well, and
he's kind of good at everything.
Yeah, and from probably just nostalgia reasons, you and I always just sitting in the back, fighting off the numbers. I've seen him win so many where he's sitting back, crossing up, and having to work so hard to get those kills. It's fun to see him go up there early and get to feast and get 2 or 3 guys and have a fun game, not just having to cross up in the back and hope for the best all the time.
Absolutely. So 1-point ball game right now. San Diego Dynasty still with a slight lead over Moscow Russian Legion.
Lots of time left with these teams. Let's see Malloy and Smotroff attack the snake.
Dynasty trying to spread it out with Arturo, makes it clean, and they shoot Smotroff again. So they're just kind of wearing Smotroff out a little bit here in this match.
Yeah, well, and like I said, some people get frustrated and play better, and some people get frustrated and play worse. And from what I'm seeing, when Smotroff gets frustrated, he plays worse. So if I was playing against him, I would do whatever I could to make sure he was as frustrated as possible. Dynasty flying down, Blake Yarba flying down the rear side of the field. Dalton Vanderbilt getting shot on the break. And Blake filling in over there and pushing down the wire. Another Russian taking a walk.
Ooh, Arturo Andrade whips his gun up, though, as he sees Golev in the center.
Nice move,
and is able to get that kill. So that was a real nice reaction, read and react move from Arturo, and that's going to force a concession.
So fast and so fluid, man. He moves really, really well.
Yeah, and he's got a nasty snapshot. His
Yeah.
snapshot is borderline illegal. It's almost a blank shot.
I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm glad people weren't that good at paintball when we played paintball, because, man, I would not want to have to deal with that kind of athleticism.
That's a secret? So there's Smotroff coming in. Definitely needs to tighten it up. I mean, they're going to make it on. Yeah, if they lose this one, they'll go 3-1, and they looked outstanding in their wins. But
it might be good for them to lose this one if that makes them go back and figure out, what they need to improve on. Because, like we talked about, when you're coasting through and smashing every team you play, you're just like, hey, just so you guys know, we're perfect. Nothing we do is wrong, and everything we do is right. But then when you play against a better team, you're like, hey, nothing we're doing is working. Everything we're doing is wrong. And you don't want to learn that Sunday afternoon.
yeah.
Ironmen need to come up with some special something here. 7 minutes left, but they've got to get some offense down the snake side of the field.
And the Ironmen are going to send Tabata on the inside route. Kind of trips and falls a little bit, still makes a spot. They do shoot a body on the break, so it's going to be a 5-on-4 situation.
And all the way to the 50, Dorito.
Corey Hall with taking a ton of ground real quick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Tabata getting a kill.
Yeah,
Tabata getting another kill.
So this was great. They get Corey Hall with a ton of penetration up on that D side off the break, and that's one of the farthest runs we've seen them do this entire event. And then they get Tabata in there after a little bit of a stumble, and with that focus, and then Corey launches too, and Tabata finishes it off. So that's that, you know, overhand right to, or jab to overhand right to left hook.
You said penetration. Really good point there for the Ironmen, and they're right back in this game, 4-5 with 6:30 left. And honestly, the Ironmen go out and play some points, and I'm like, man, they're nowhere near where they need to be. And then they go play some points, and I'm like, oh, guys, we're right where we need to be. And it's like, you know, figuring out the difference between what's going on in those 2 points is going to be big for the Ironmen if they're going to go forward.
It's now only down by 1, and they're still, we could see 3 or 4 more points in that.
For sure. But regardless, the Ironmen, again, Tabata gets to that 50 snake, gets those key kills. Hall gets all the way up those Doritos, draws the guns.
It seemed to start with Hall, though, because Hall was there a little bit before Tabata.
Almost on the break.
And the guns shift. And then Tabata just clocked right in after that little stumble, got himself in clean, got on his feet, and then knows all those shots.
And that's exactly how to play that field. Once you penetrate to that wing over there in this 50 snake, any guy on the center of the field that those 2 guys shoot at, other than the center 50 brick, die. I mean, you just can't live on with guns on both sides with those angles.
Definitely the 50 snake is insanely dominant of a position, which it just kind of boggles my mind. Now, some of the teams out here just haven't wanted to fight for that spot as much as others.
I feel like I thought every team that plays here probably watched the webcast and figured out, and apparently they don't, man, because you watch these teams like you're not going to try to get that 50 snake at all. You're not going to send one guy that way.
I don't know. I feel like at least the good teams,
I would think
are
so,
watching
but
the webcast and watching tape.
But as many times as we've said, hey man, you got to get the 50 snake, you watch a guy break out with one guy this way, they lose that guy, and then nobody ever comes this way again.
One guy this way looking inside.
Yeah, looking inside defense, or make it all the way to the snake and then look inside.
Yeah.
Come on.
2-point spread right now for San Diego Dynasty. The question heading into this one was who's going to merge out of this as the big favorite. Both these teams are 3-0. If you just joined us, 3 wins, no losses here in the prelims. You get 4 games in the prelims.
Both playing amazing.
There's 20 of the best teams in the world here. 10 teams move on to Sunday, so we cut it in by half. And then if you go 2-2, sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't, depending on your point spread. And you definitely don't want to be in the bottom 4 teams, because then you have to play in a wild card round. That's an additional game that you have to win in order to move on.
Dynasty makes the snake corner. Malloy makes the center brick. Smochoff in the little temple on the snake side. 5-on-5 for both teams. Russian Legion losing their first player, attacking on the Drill side of the field. 4-on-5 advantage for Dynasty. 2 minutes left, 4:44 left in this match. Really good back and forth match. Dynasty controlling most of it, but Russian Legion trying to make it a comeback. And they got Smochoff in that temple looking inside as they lose another player on the Drill side of the field. And I think they did that just to keep him alive for a while, maybe to build him up a little playtime experience in there so he could get comfortable and work his way back into the snake. But still gets caught. Only 2 players left for the Russians now. Malloy's about to get caught in that middle break.
Yeah, and well, here comes Malloy trying to roll the dice and get out of there, and he does. But here comes the push on the D side with 2 players from San Diego Dynasty at or past the 50-yard line. Tyler Harmon and I believe Dalton. Malloy's still alive in here. Ryan's going to try to find him, and comes up and just dices up his legs. Stays alive too. So they've been Greenspan and Malloy have been trading kills back and forth, but Ryan's been getting the better of him.
Yeah.
So now Dynasty going to go up by 3.
Dynasty looking really, really good there.
They are.
Not making any mistakes.
So that was Blake Yarber and Tyler Harmon on the attack on the D side, and that really was the first couple kills were huge, but then just a complete game from San Diego Dynasty.
Man, having Blake, Tyler, and Dalton over on the Drew side of the field, that's a lot of talent in a small area of the field.
In the pits right now with the Russians, so there's Smochoff growing a beard, thicker.
Get that man look.
Yeah, it seems to be. They're arguing a little bit. You can tell they're not happy. They should not be. They're down by 3. There is time for a comeback, though. The Russians, another team, legendary for their comebacks over the years.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing the Russians need to do is consistently get 2, stop the other team from attacking the snake, because they're doing great on the breakout, but then beat them to the snake with 1 or 2 bodies consistently. Oh, penalty for the Ironmen. Nick Sloviak gets shot, now coming out early enough, gets Buddy pulled, so it's a 3-on-5 now. This is going to be tough for the Ironmen. If they lose this point, it's going to be a 2-point game with probably less than 6 minutes left. Ironmen taking another walk. They do have a player in this 50 snake, though. Oh, Tabata gets caught. He wrapped on Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall's getting a check. Looks like he's okay. BJ quickly getting that 50 now. Got in there a little bit late, if you ask me. But better late than never.
Man, we've seen a lot of points in this one here.
Man, the Russians are getting no time to rest in between these points either.
Yeah.
These other points are so fast that the Russians have to basically just go in,
Yeah.
get geared up, come right back out.
And even though the sun is setting, and we were just talking about this, we saw how winded Goldman was in their match. It's definitely warmed up. This is the warmest it's been this entire time we've been in Florida. I mean, we've seen way worse conditions, but it's a little humid and maybe low 80s, which again, not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely getting a little bit warmer. So you're not getting a rest, and you're coming back, you're loading up, you're talking about what went wrong. Oh my God, the game lasted 35 seconds. Great, we gotta get right back out there. And also where the pits are, you have to jog the length of the field every single time as well too.
And most places in the world right now are kind of coldish. You've probably come from a colder climate, so coming back to a hotter climate.
Yeah, so let's check in with Lauren.
Thanks. Yeah, Dynasty is feeling really good right now. Marcelo Margot ran off the field after that last point, talking about Ryan Greenspan, saying the old horse is still the best in the game. They said they feel that they have the Russians where they want them, but, I mean, there's still 3.5 minutes on this clock, and we've seen the Russians get a lot of points very fast before, so they don't have the win just yet.
You know how everyone jokes about how old Ryan is, Rich?
Yep.
I can't wait until he's Shane Howell's age in 10 years.
Yep.
And still playing the game as well as he is.
That would be amazing. 1-on-4 here. Malloy shoots Ryan. Ryan's complaining a little bit, but Dynasty gets that point easily.
Was it Malloy that got Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, see, they've been trading the kills back and forth, but it's going to be another point here for Dynasty. It's Russians struggling here. Yeah, they're kind of shaking their heads walking off, too. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
They're not really solving the Dynasty puzzle right now. A little bit closer game here. And it's AC Dallas up by 2 on the Ironmen, but with all these quick points, still just under 6 minutes to go.
AC Dallas really got their off-the-break shots dialed in.
I mean, if this keeps going back and forth, we could see another 6 points in this match. It's 6-4 with 6 minutes left. Or 5:53.
Yeah, in the beginning of this match, it looked like it was going to be all AC Dallas, but Ironmen come back, making it a game. Only down by 2 now with 6 minutes left.
Yeah, AC Dallas is another squad running real thin.
Yeah,
they have no TJ Danner. Logan Dyer sitting on the bench, ready to go. They've been running mostly Zach Hill over here on this nonstop on the D side. Running with this their starting lineup.
Getting ready to go back in there. Arturo, Blake, Blaze giving them the game plan.
Hey, I should be off anyway. I'm good.
So we can do this, and then we'll flood this out. Yes. And just straight up.
Yeah, so they're in here in the pits. Let's go, Payne. We need you. This is your point. They do. They need some. It looks like Christian Martinez, rookie, get picked up from the Ironmen to bolster their roster. They were thinking coming over from Bro Army. They were thinking about picking him up at the beginning of the year, but already had too many guys on the roster. But
that's why you need a farm team, Matty.
Yeah, with no Thomas Kim, no Al Fernandez, no A-Rod, no Todd.
Fran's calling 22-22.
Yeah, Nikki and Fran, Todd's assistant coaches, have taken, and Billy Wing have taken over the coaching duties for the LA Ironmen.
Oh, big bite from Ryan Hall all the way to Drito 4 on the break there from inside out. Ironmen lose their first player at the center of the field.
And he makes it clean. Peyton Tabata taking the, or not Peyton, but Christian Martinez taking the walk. Tabata gets out wide.
Yeah, Tabata's out here wide, but to me it makes it hard for him to attack in the snake. Oh, John Jackson taking the early walk there for AC Dallas. So yeah, see, that puts Nick Sloviak as the first attacker into the snake, and as fast and small as Nick is, I'd rather have him in more of a support position or going up the center of the field, locking down the snake, or maybe the second guy in the snake. Just old-fashioned, I guess. 4-on-4 here. Ironman pushing towards the 50 snake with Nick Sloviak. Nick smartly looking across the field. See if he's got any shots across the field. Oh. He sees, he catches Ryan Hall going across the gap there. Great shot there from Nick Sloviak.
Yeah, that was a big kill here on Ryan Hall, who's just been amazing for AC Dallas and even playing on the D side this time. But also looks like Zach Hill taking the walk. So this is the point that the Ironmen needed. They're pushing up on that D side as well with Parrish at the wedge and Corey Hall, D2.
BJ now trying to clock in on Snake's side, but it's too late. Everyone's dead except him.
Yeah, they got pushed it into Peyton's gun.
I think there's only one player left alive for AC Dallas. Maybe not even that. Good point for the Ironmen, finishing with 4 bodies left alive there.
Yeah, so now Only a 1-point lead for AC Dallas with about 4:20 left to go.
Yeah, Ironmen looking better and better here. We've seen a lot of like where a team starts out really well, wins the first 2 points, loses the next 4, then comes back, wins a couple points, gets back in the game. Real back and forth match, comeback field.
Yeah, we've seen multiple come from behind victories. Houston Heat has done it 3 times.
That's actually their game plan.
And we saw it in the last set, so definitely possible.
Shot of the AC Dallas pits there. Talking about what they're doing, trying to get some more production out of BJ there.
So just 3:26 left in this one. A big 4-point lead, though.
Russian Legion must be super frustrated. Nothing they're doing is working.
Well, they shoot Arturo Andrade this time off the break as he heads up to the center brick. Then
Yep.
they send Cozy Rev on a delay up into D3, and he gets in clean. So it's a 5-on-4 situation. Oh, but I think Smotroff just got clipped.
Yep.
Yeah, Smotroff's getting worn out in this game, man.
Yep.
He just can't find a place to live pushing forward.
Yeah, that game though, he shot somebody before he went, so at least that's better. You don't feel so bad about dying, at least you clocked in and got somebody. 4-on-4 here. Russian Legion's pushing up the rear side of the field, but Malloy, the only player on the snake side for the Russians. Malloy sneaking inside to the snake. Tyler Harmon taking the walk for Dynasty. It's like Russian Legions have a good chance of winning this point. 4 players up on the 50, 3 players up on the 50.
Yeah, and I think Dynasty with the 4-point cushion here,
Yeah.
just trying to burn some clock off.
Playing soft.
Oh, they lose Cozy Rev. And here comes Ryan Greenspan now. But Greenspan, I think, him and Malloy have been trading back and forth, and I think they're going to trade again.
Yep. Leaving Marcelo Margot in the tower.
That's like the 4th or 5th time that Ryan and Malloy have battled each other, and one's got the kill or the other, but this time they traded.
Yeah, Russians just threw away that point. It's a 2-on-1 now with Marcelo.
Was that a penalty, or they both just died?
They died. Marcelo and I think Blake in that corner. It's a 2-on-1. Moscow probably needs to concede this point. They're going to lose it anyway. They want to save as much time as they can. Not much. I mean, small chance of you winning a 2-on-1 against Dynasty, but not if they're sitting back and playing smart. Russian Legion gets caught there and could have saved, you know, maybe 15, 20 seconds on that clock. Going to be down by 5 with 1:48 left.
Yeah, this game's over.
You're so negative.
Game's over.
I guarantee it.
Well, I mean, would you say that happened in the bag, Rich? If you want the Russians to win, this would be the time.
Yeah. This game's in the bag.
Texas. Dallas.
Not smart.
So here's the replay of Tyler Harmon. Gets goggled up. But then the Russians, and then here comes Ryan Greenspan and Malloy battling again, trading out this time.
Yeah, and Malloy was all by himself on that tape, so he really couldn't afford to do that. He needed to beat Ryan over there.
But there's Blake and Marcelo holding the line for San Diego Dynasty. Here, this replay brought to you by Carbon Paintball, and this game brought to you by Field 1 Force. These things series guns of San Diego Dynasty. So we got a much closer one in this one. 4:20 on the clock. His body getting eaten up here for the Ironman. Peyton Tabata trying to take some ground, and he gets killed. 4 players alive for AC Dallas trying to hang on to this 1-point lead. It's going to help them out as they also get a shot on. Oh, no, looks like that's it. So it's a 4-on-5. Oh, no, 4-on-4. As Logan Dyer getting a spin over here on the snake side and getting shot early.
Yeah, he tried to crawl from the corner in, but because the Ironmen are up in the drills, they caught him.
Ryan Hall also over here on snake side. He gets shot early as well, too. So the Ironmen have a chance after losing Tabata. Oh, my God. So AC Dallas, this is one they're going to want back. Losing a high body situation. Zach Hill in the fill back to the tower. Just 2 players here, Rich.
Real good chance it's going to be a tie game. It's 2-on-3 here, 2-on-2. Ironman significantly better field position. Ironman with 2 bodies left alive. Both 50s now. Ryan Hall, I think, over there. I mean, what's the new guy? I'm sorry.
Zach Hill.
Zach Hill. Yeah. In that tower.
Parrish hits the afterburners to bunker out Zach Hill to finish it off.
Wow, Ironman right back in this match, tying it up with 3 minutes left. This is a great game, Matty.
Yeah, 12 points scored in this one, still 3 minutes.
I have a new business model.
Okay.
When the games are this good, we charge more. Hear me out.
It's like a sliding scale.
Yeah, and obviously we're changing charging.
We lower the price if it's a blowout.
No,
and,
no.
Okay, all right.
We have overhead. Come on, man. Sun getting a little bit low. Shadows getting a little bit long. Really great match here. Saturday afternoon at World Cup. Man, this week has flown by.
It really has. I can't believe there's only one day left. That's what happens when you don't get any paintball all year long, and you finally get here and get blessed by all these good games, seeing old friends, and
paintball drug.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, it's Sunday already?
I need more time.
Where'd the first 3 days go?
Yeah, I haven't walked around, seen the vendors. I haven't done any of that stuff. It's just been so, like, everything's just so fast. Like, you know, you haven't seen anybody, so instead of just saying hi, you talk to everybody for like 15 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes to check it in on everybody. Here we go, San Diego Dynasty, Moscow Red Legion.
Yeah, much different story in this one here with just a little under 2 minutes to go, and it's been mostly San Diego Dynasty. Definitely seeing some chinks in the armor for the Russians after those first 3 wins.
Well, that was our question that we said earlier about the Russian Legion is, yeah, they're playing amazing, but if what they're doing doesn't work, do they have a plan B? Do they have a plan C? And right now, it's not looking like they do. Dalton taking the walk for Dynasty, 4-on-4. Smochov going a little too early, getting caught by Ryan. Like you're reading in the corner over here as the Russian Legion push up to the other side of the field. Russian misses, goes right by Ryan Greenspan to shoot Mikey Arena.
They might be able to get this one here, a minute left to go, but Ryan Greenspan's still alive, and he shot Sergey pushing forward and then trades out.
Here comes Malloy, he'll get another point, but.
Yeah, Malloy's still alive, so for margin, they'll have another one on the board. Oh no, Tyler Harmon, I think, is Tyler Harmon still alive? Tyler Harmon is still alive. Oh, Tyler Harmon, it's gonna be in a race. No, Tyler Harmon's dead, okay. I thought Tyler was alive for a second. The way he's kind of going.
You can almost see him smiling through his mask. So you're like, oh yeah, he's looking good. He's fine. Malloy with the win there for the Russian Legion. 4-4 with 43 seconds left. I mean, 8-4, 4-point game.
If Dynasty had put that 9th point on the board, that would have been the most that any team has scored. They still could maybe do it with a little bit of time left.
They could.
We're in the pits right now. There's some Tyler Harmon in his magical mustache.
43 in the game.
Way to be, boys. Hey, that's what we want.
Nick Yarbrough with the strong beard game. Ironman AC Dallas, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, Blake Yarbrough has a very strong beard game.
He does. Both teams here in the Ironman AC Dallas, they have to survive the break. And if they lose the break, they've got to eat up as much clock as they can and try to force it to overtime. If they win the break, they've got to try to get down the field without losing too many bodies so they can win before the time runs out.
So Dynasty should be very happy with their prelim performance. Going to go undefeated and be one of the big favorites here at this event.
Can you imagine if Joey Blue was their coach?
Yeah, I think they
would be disgusted with that performance.
But the big story is emerging, at least. We'll see how they do tomorrow. AC Diesel, undefeated, 3 Mercy Rule wins and a win against AC Dallas.
2 words, amazing.
Really, they definitely are looking incredibly solid heading into their first Sunday performance as pros.
Yeah, and have to be the biggest underdog here, right? Expected to, be in the top 4 or something on Sunday.
They're ranked 11th overall. They lost 3 games in Vegas, and their first pro event, second pro event ever.
Cinderella story. Here we go, 6-6, 3:13 left. 2 of the best teams in the world fighting to win this next point.
And on the breakout, AC Dallas going to be losing a body here real quick.
That was one of their attackers on the snake side. That's going to hurt them. Oh, they lose another on the Dorito side. AC Dallas just the 3 players down. 5 players on the Ironman. 5-on-3 advantage here for the Ironman.
Ironman trying to win 3 games in a row and send AC Dallas with a 2-2 record and hoping they can make it through on margin, which they probably will.
AC Dallas down to just 2 players left alive because smartly conceding that point, going to give the Ironman a 1-point lead with 2:49 here. Man, the Ironmen have shown some heart and come back in this match, Matty Marshall.
Yes, they have. Well, that was we didn't know with how many hits they took the roster what any of these teams were going to look like that were in that situation. And after that first game, it didn't look good. They got mercy rolled by AC Diesel. So I'm thinking it might be a long tournament for them. But the last 3 games, they've really picked it up. I asked Nick, hey, how's the vibe on the team? And he said a lot better after that first game, or than that first game.
Different story here in this 4-8 match with Moscow Ridge Legion and Dynasty. Clearly two of the best teams here, just not matching up very well for the Russians.
Yeah, and you never know what could happen tomorrow. The Russians, like you had said, maybe they need this loss.
Yeah, man, there's nothing better than a slap in the face in the prelims to be like, oh, hey, man, we're not doing as good as we need to do. Let's spend some time figuring out what these other teams are doing better than we are. Dynasty losing one early. Russians releasing through the center of the field, getting caught. 4-on-4.
And Smotrov's going to thread through the center.
I love that.
Top, and he's going to get that shot in on him. No, it didn't. He's going to come around and get it done from closer and then beg for a penalty. And, he didn't get him. Missed him.
Wow, Smotrov with an amazing move, just terrible execution.
Yeah, Scotty Kemp's still alive in there.
Yeah, Russian Legions can go back and look at this match and look at a lot of different mistakes that they've made. I love that move for Smotrov. He was in control the whole time. He just didn't execute.
So we're not going to see a 9th point for Dynasty. They do tie the most amount of points that have been scored by any of the teams out here in 8. And they are going to move on to Sunday undefeated with a 4-0 record. Yeah, Dynasty was in the bracket with Russians, New York Extreme, ML Kings, and the Wild Dogs.
Obviously, the Wild Dogs the favorite there. Trying to look in the Russian pits and just seeing where those guys' heads are at.
Probably looking towards the ground and shaking. Really? Supposed to be better game. Dynasty pumped up, though.
It's going to be a long, cold winter. Yeah, Dynasty looks great. Those guys are having fun, and for those guys, when they're having fun, it's kind of scary, right? When they're going out and just playing paintball, they're scared. They're a really good team, but when they're having fun, when they're pumping each other up, man, that's a good team.
Hey, Scotty.
Next match here, AC Dallas, LA Ironmen. AC Dallas was in complete control in this match, and the Ironmen just wouldn't lay down, got back up, point after point, fought back, and now we're winning this match with 2:49 left. All they have to do is not go out and make a mistake here.
Yeah, they need to. This game could be far from over. 2:49, we could see 3 or 4 more points depending on how things go. On the breakout now, here is doubling up that back. Can the Ironmen go heavy guns?
BJ gets shot on the break, so AC Dallas loses their first player on the snake side. Ironman with all 5 bodies left alive.
So this is ideal for the Ironmen in that 5-on-4 round taken in the center of the field with Silos. And then there goes the move by Parrish up into D1.
Yeah, I like that Ironmen are moving out of that tower, moving into a secondary position on the Dorito side of the field. We've got one in the brick, locking the snake down.
There goes Corey Hall leapfrogging Parrish. But here comes the push on the D side right now for AC Dallas.
That's what the Ironmen have to watch out for.
Yeah, they get Zach Hill all the way up into a really good position here at the 40-yard line. So the Ironmen just burning time now. But the thing is they need one more point before we really can burn time.
Yeah, one more point, and they need to get a kill here. If they can kill one more AC Dallas, oh, Nick Slovac, bad death there, filling from the can back into that tower. Didn't really need to go and got caught.
It's just tough because with Hill in such a good position over there, it really forces the rest of the team to kind of been shade towards the snake side because he's got such a good angle.
Tabata with a huge fill there to the 50 snake. Might catch Josh Hill filling.
Ryan Hall.
Sorry, Ryan Hall gets caught. I'm sorry, Ryan Hall.
Oh, Ryan Hall somehow, some way gets through that, and they shoot
Wow.
Peyton Tabata. That's because Hill came through on the D side. So I got a crack here open for, and well, the Ironmen still have 1 body left alive, but AC looking real solid here in this point with these 2 bodies here on the snake side. I think it's just a matter of time before they tie it up, as long as they don't squander this opportunity here. They still have to worry about Corey Hall, though, in D2. He's going to do some defense, come back across, and then ends up getting taken out.
3-on-2, but now it's a 3-on-1.
So this is still anyone's game.
Yeah, a little bit of mistake over here on the snake side of the field and that early run through the center.
Look, though, Ironmen still have 1 body left alive, though. Oh, and then he gets taken out cross field. So nice work by Ryan Hall again, and John Jackson, and Ryan Hill, and Matt Jackson as well, too.
Well, for us, it's more entertaining. Tie game with 57 seconds left. We're either going to get a fast, crazy point or an overtime match. And if it's an overtime match, I hope they do it quick because it's starting to get dark out here.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, considering Vegas. Remember Vegas?
Yes, I do.
play until you can see the lights on the guns. The lights on
His
the
hopper's
motors.
almost out of batteries.
You can
We'll
see
be
his
fine.
hopper. It's a beacon.
Man, good play
Yes,
today.
so here's the replay. As you can see, there's Hall and John Jackson. So the Ironmen were in position, and they had the advantage early. It was a 5-on-4, but they allowed Hill to stalk up on that D side of the field, and then lost a couple bodies here. You see a body dropping out of the snake. They lost Nick Sloviak in a fill crossed, and then they had Parrish and they had Hall. There goes a run through in the center that didn't work out. Oh my God, that guy got punished.
If you play, you play.
Tie game, 1 minute on the clock.
AC Dallas thought they were going to do a little bit better in this match. I think they're scratching their heads a little bit like, hey man, these Ironman guys are a little bit scrappier than we thought they were.
Well, AC Dallas, they looked good in the first couple. They had some to fix though. But I mean, I think that's still. They're going to make it. Well, we'll see. If they lose this game and go 2-2, they still should make it with their spread.
What's their spread? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to do a little bit of math real quick, but let's just see real quick. So AC Dallas's first game was a decent win against Level, but only by 2. So they had a +2 there. Then they lose to AC Diesel, and that was by 2. So 1-1, 0. And then today coming out and trying to find their 4th game. Well, it's pretty close then. I'm trying to find this other game though.
Here we go. AC Dallas, LA Ironmen. 2 closely matched teams here. 0-0 in overtime. 5 minutes to play. First team that scores a point will get the win. Wait. I think it's actually still 7-7. They haven't done overtime yet. It's 48
Yeah,
seconds
it's
left.
definitely still tied up.
Yeah, 7-7. Okay. Oh, AC Dallas dropping 2 bodies. Ironman with an opportunity here with 40 seconds left. They attack the snake and through the center of the field.
Yeah, that center position could be key here if he can stay alive in there and not get a penalty. It's Parrish.
Parrish gets a kill.
Yeah, Parrish is going to launch. Parrish and finally gets eaten up though. Peyton Tabata's still alive. Here in the 50-yard line snake, and then here comes Cortez. Cortez is going to come through.
Plenty of time left.
Maybe he'll be the guy, or let's see if BJ can come in here and get a shot on Tabata, and he does. That was a good kill. But then there goes a couple kills for Silos Cortez, and he's going to get the point here.
So look, Cortez stepping up for the Ironmen in this match, possibly giving them the win here. In a match that they were down and struggling the whole time, this has got to give the Ironmen a lot of confidence going into Sunday. LJ Parrish looking strong there. Sila Cortez looking strong there. Tabata, great. Nick Sloviak, great lineup there for the Ironmen. Great production. Way to come back in this match, too. Shows a lot of heart and a lot of character.
Oh, okay, so the game that I finally found on my schedule, all these games, AC Dallas blew out Aftermath 6-0.
Right.
So that's huge because the loss, the win, so they had a +2, then a +8, then they lost by 2 +6, and then, so yeah, AC Dallas is going to be fine.
Yeah,
even if they lose this
fine.
one, they'll still be fine. And well, depending on how the rest of it all shakes out, they could be fine enough to not have to play in that wild card round. That's the big thing when you go 2-2 that you don't want to have to do. So, but what was it, 14 seconds left? I mean, they're definitely going to play that.
Yeah, they have to.
So let's look at this replay here. So here's Parrish. He's going to be the first to come through as we see our eye in the sky, cable cam come through there, body spilling off from that side. And then here's another look at it again. You see that body in D2 here for AC Dallas.
Nice little 2-ball snap. You see that the one hit the hopper, the one hit the bunker directly right next to it. Pop, pop.
So Ironman 14 seconds away from winning 3 games in a row after the dismantlement that they had against AC Diesel,
Yeah.
7-1 loss.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a rough event for the Ironmen. Glad that they were able to battle back. Shows a lot of character. AC Dallas got to be scratching the head a little bit because they've been playing really well, and they were certainly beating the Ironmen here in this match, and then allowed the Ironmen to come back in the match, catch back up, and now are being beaten by them.
Yeah.
Big turnaround there.
Well, 14 seconds to work with, and so Ryan Hall's been out there waiting for his guys. So they got the Jacksons, Hill, and Henningberg. See if they can put together a staggered tap. We've seen about a 15-second point. I don't think we've seen a 14-second point.
BJ got an amazing start there. They caught him, but BJ got an amazing start.
And they shoot Hall. Here comes Hill. Hill's going to get shot as well, too. John's going to get shot. Yeah, that's going to do it.
Ironmen losing 1, but shooting 4. Great comeback there from LA Ironmen. AC Dallas is going to have to go back and retool.
Yeah,
Figure some stuff out for tomorrow.
I mean, it wasn't it was a close game.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is just because they were winning, right? They gave
Yes.
that. Ironmen didn't necessarily beat them. AC Dallas beat themselves. They were winning that game. They were in control. Ironmen saw something out there.
Yeah, and a lack of some offense from AC Dallas. They were getting consistent. I mean, BJ, I know we got that interview, said that he was beating himself up a little bit. But with the way Hall was playing, I mean, everyone was playing offense on that squad. So, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. They definitely have some stuff to fix. Let's check in with Lauren, and we're going to do a recap, and then I think we're going to do the draw too, so stick with us.
Hey guys, I am here with Ryan Greenspan. Congratulations, you guys pretty much crushed Moscow Red Legion. They couldn't get much going. They got a couple points, but it wasn't looking too good for them. But Marcelo came off the field and said, "Old horse is still the best in the game." How you feeling?
I feel good. I think as we were talking about it, you're like, how you doing? How you feeling? I said, great. I'm feeling young, feeling spry, still having fun, obviously. So that's obviously a bonus.
Yeah, what do you do to stay so young and fast out there?
My nights are late and my mornings are early. I have a kid now, so I thrive off of her. She's got a lot of my energy, but I don't know. Everybody's had this off season that's been, draining on us. At least the pros have. I know divisional players have been having a good time playing a lot of paintball, but I'm just happy to be out here. I think just being happy and positive is a good outlook in life, and that kind of keeps you having fun out there.
Yeah, Dynasty has had such a journey. You guys have had some super high highs, been the best in the league, had some pretty low lows. Talk to me about some of the lessons you've learned through going through that roller coaster with paintball.
Yeah, I mean, staying positive like that. I mean, as Tim Montresor always said, is the power of positivity, and he and I talked about that a lot whenever we hung out, and I mean, I think that resonates incredibly well within paintball. Obviously, our fans and our huge, massive support group. This is our 20th season, so we've built up a large fan base over this long 2-decade-long career. So, just playing for them, playing for the guy next to you, and just being unselfish out there is I know that some of the guys on my team, if they're watching this, are probably like, "Oh, Ryan's really selfish," but I swear I'm doing it for everybody else, and I think that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, well, you guys look really strong. You have your pretty Field 1 gun here.
Yeah, we were talking about this also. Field 1's been doing extremely well, so thank you guys, everybody out there who's a Field 1 Force owner. Thank you, actually, everybody who plays paintball and has purchased any paintball gun in the last 20 years. I want to thank you for that, but maybe it's time to upgrade to a Field 1 Force.
There you go.
They're shooting tremendously well, and they're officially 1 year old. We released them here at World Cup last year. This year we released our 20th anniversary Force, which sold out in a matter of like an hour or so. And we're really excited about how these work, and we're excited for the next step and the next phase in the evolution of our company and our team.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Congratulations. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Congrats on the gun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in Saturday. That's all I've got.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so congratulations to San Diego Dynasty going 4-0 and moving on. Russians will be going on as well, too. We are going to be having the draw in just a little bit, but a little recap of the day. It started off with the ML Kings defeating New York Extreme, forcing Extreme to go 0-3 and then have to win the next game to have any chance. 1-3 very rarely gets you on. At least you have some sort of chance. They ended up winning that game against the Wild.